This is your captain speaking. Remember to like and subscribe and watch the whole video. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video at Flight Edge Sim. Today we're in a Boeing 737 and I'm going to teach you how to make your takeoffs way easier in this aircraft and on all aircraft. As you can see, it's a twin-engine turbojet aircraft that's a commercial airliner. So what you're going to want to do is have the engine started and be on the runway and advance the power to full and have the flap set for takeoff. And then you're just going to want to take off, and in a few seconds I'll tell you the next step on what you need to do. So I'm going pretty fast now, but not yet enough to take off. And yeah, now you can see I'm airborne, so you're going to want to raise the gear as soon as you can. And then you're going to want to have your autopilot, right? And then you're going to just set that to an altitude that you want. I have a video in the link in the description to tell you a video on how to use the autopilot better. But you're just going to want to set it so that it gets you to an altitude that you want to be at. And then you're going to want to engage the autopilot so that it goes to that height and flies at that height. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you make your takeoffs way easier. Next, I'm going to teach you how to make your landings shorter and way smoother so that you can butter them all day. So, as you can see, I'm in a Beechcraft Baron, which is a light twin, and the runway is right in front of me, so I'm going to drop the gear and the flaps. So now that the gear and the flaps are down, I am ready to land, and there's the runway right there. You can see we have 2 green and 2 red, so that means we are lined up. And you're just going to want to stay at a shallow descent and be as slow as you can. And then you're going to want to stall it right as you're over the touchdown point. So as you can see, I'm just waiting to touch down until I'm over those 2 white markers basically. And as you can see, I touched down right on them. And that'll make it so that you're touching down where you need to be. And it'll make your landings have a place where you want to land. And you're going to want to raise the flaps also. Alright, so next, I'm going to teach you how to do short takeoffs or landings or stall. So, as you can see, we're in a big boxy plane. It's pretty slow moving. And as you can see, it's got 4 engines and we're on a rather short runway. So, you're going to want to lower the flaps all the way. And once the flaps are lowered, that'll create more lift on the wing for takeoff. And then the gear are down, as you can see, because it's an airplane, of course. And yeah, so you're going to want to set the parking brake and you're going to want to advance those throttles to full so that you have time for the engines to rev up and create as much potential energy as we can. And then you're going to release it, and that'll cause, I think, kinetic energy. And so then the plane will have all the momentum it needs to take off. I'm going to show you also what it looks like without all these things that I'm telling you to do, with just flaps up. In the top left, as you can see, that's flaps up, and the bottom right is flaps down. Pretty fast now, but the one on the right just took off and the one on the left is still down on the ground. And just now it took off and it's struggling to get in the air. As you can see, we're really high on the right one, but the gear just came up on both of them. And the one on the left is still struggling. It looks like it's about to stall and crash. And the right one looks like it's going just fine. So that's why you should use your flaps down and you have your engines full throttle with the brakes set if you're going to do short takeoff and landings. Okay, so if you're in an airplane, it's kind of hard sometimes to stay straight level. So one way to fix that is using the trim. As you can see, I'm going up and down. It's hard to use that. But down here, there's a trim tab. And those are on the elevator. So what you can do is you can adjust that to make your plane fly straight, basically, in the air. And so if you just push it up or down, it should level the plane out really quickly. As you can see, I can pull it down to go up and push it down to go down. It's pretty easy to use, but you just gotta line it up perfectly. As you can see, I'm working on how to fix that. So it's doing pretty good, and I got it, I think, adjusted. As you can see, I'm flying pretty straight now. And I am not using the yoke at all, so you can see I'm not pushing on it. I just pushed it right there. If you see, you can push down and like you can just adjust the trim to make you fly straight. As you can see, it's coming back up, but that's probably due to the engine. But the trim is a really great way to fly straight level, especially on long flights where you don't want to hold the yoke the whole time. And you can just do that as soon as you're at cruising altitude, or basically whatever. Usually the checklist, it tells you how much trim you should have for takeoff or landing. Alright, we're at DC-3 right now, and we're just flying over the rainforest. We're having a good time. We're probably on a cargo run or something, and yeah, we're having a good time. So yeah, let's just keep flying. Uh-oh, what happened there? We got an engine fire on our left engine. Alright, well, you're gonna want to go into the cockpit to fix this. This plane doesn't have engine like fire extinguishers, but you're gonna feather the engine so it generates like least thrust available. But the right engine you're gonna want to pull back so you fly straight, and the rudder's gonna help you here stay straight also, as the yoke won't be as effective. Then you're gonna want to shut down the left engine's magnetos, the generator, starter switches, whatever power you have to the left engine, so that it's off and doesn't create an even bigger fire that could break off the wing or something else. And you're gonna want to just stay above like probably 150 knots or something, so that you're going fast enough to not stall the aircraft. That would be bad. And then you're gonna want to start looking for the nearest airports close to you, so that you can find a place to land, since it's not good to have an engine on fire. So since we're over the rainforest, we'd want to look for like a clear spot. And so that would be like a clearing in the rainforest, but definitely not the trees, since that's where we could crash and die. So just keep looking for an airport or something, and usually there's an airport, but it's not always the case. I have the engine feathered and everything, and I'm looking for places to land currently. But that engine will still be on fire until it's put out, but there's no fire extinguishers on this DC-3. Alright, well, thanks for watching my video. I'm gonna get this DC-3 down and have it not be on fire anymore. And if you stayed this long, remember to like and subscribe. Goodbye.